What is up, everybody, and welcome to another NFL prediction video. This video will be for week 8 of the NFL season. So, if you could see above me, last week we went 11-4, which makes our new record 64-43, which is not bad considering what it was the first, let's say, 5 weeks of the season. So, last week I went 13-1, this week I went 11-4. So, let's keep that ball rolling. That ball rolling this week. There's a lot of hard games to pick this week, but as I'm looking through this, there's also a couple easy ones to pick. So let's get into it. So tonight, as I'm recording this, the Vikings are facing the Rams. Right now, the Minnesota Vikings are favored by 3 points. I'm actually going to agree with that. I'm going to go with the Vikings to beat the Rams. The Vikings had their first loss last week against the Lions, which I correctly predicted. It was a very close game. It came down to the last play, but I do have the Vikings beating the Rams. Even though Cooper Kupp is returning, I still have the Vikings winning. Next, we got the Eagles at Cincinnati, which this game was originally at 4:25. It was the game of the week, and it got moved to 1 p.m. Ah, man. Bengals are favored by 2.5. It is at Cincinnati. It is a very hard game to pick for me because I'm an Eagles fan. But Cincinnati, I don't know if we can beat Cincinnati. I'm not gonna lie. But I cannot. I think we picked up some momentum last week, even though it was against the Giants. I think the Eagles picked up some momentum last week and found their old self in the last 3 quarters of that game. And I have the Eagles beating Cincinnati at home in an upset because Cincinnati is favored. That might be crazy for me, but I gotta go with my boys. Next, we got Baltimore at Cleveland. This is easy for me. Baltimore will beat Cleveland. Deshaun Watson no longer playing. He got injured last week. Baltimore beats Cleveland. That is my lock of the week right there. Next, we got Tennessee at Detroit. This is another lock for me. Detroit will not lose to Tennessee. Detroit is favored by 11 points. That's the highest favorite I've seen this year so far. That's crazy. Yeah, Detroit's not going to lose to Tennessee. So right now, these are my 2 locks of the week. Sorry if you hear a bell behind me. I have a cat laying on my bed. These are my 2 locks right here: Baltimore over Cleveland and Detroit over Tennessee. Those are my 2 locks. Next, we got Arizona at Miami. I do believe Tua will be playing this week. I think he's back. Miami is favored by 4 points. Arizona beat somebody last week. Who did they beat? The Chargers, I think. They beat the Chargers. And Miami is favored by 4 points. I'm actually going to agree with that. I'm going to go Miami to beat Arizona. That one's hard because I think Tua's playing, and that kind of makes it easier to pick Miami. But I don't know. Arizona's kind of shocked me a couple times this year where I've bet against them and they won. But yeah, I got Miami. Let's go Jets at New England. Jets are favored by 7. I agree. I'm gonna go Jets to beat New England. New England has had one good game this year against the Bengals. Of course, that cost me, I think it was $3,000. Fuck the Bengals, man. I'll go to my grave saying fuck the Bengals, especially this week because they're facing my team. But let's move on. Atlanta at Tampa Bay. Atlanta is favored by 3.5 or 2.5. I'm sorry. Which I'm kind of surprised. But it's probably because Mike Evans is out and Chris Godwin is out. I'm pretty sure Mike Evans is out. I know Chris Godwin is out. I don't know if y'all saw that picture, but I saw his feet were like this. Like his shit got effed up. His foot was completely flipped around. That was crazy. So I'm gonna agree, and I'm gonna go Atlanta just because of that. Because Mike Evans and Chris Godwin are both out. What I understand, at least, Godwin is. I don't know about Evans. So yeah. Next we got Green Bay at Jacksonville. Green Bay is favored by 3.5. I'm gonna agree. Green Bay is one of those teams that has. I mean, they haven't shocked me, but even without Jordan Love, they looked really good. Um, and Jacksonville has been one of those disappointing teams this year for everybody. So yeah, I got Green Bay beating Jacksonville. That's an easy one for me. Next, we got the Colts at the Houston Texans. Anthony Richardson versus C.J. Stroud. Houston is favored by 5 points. I'm gonna agree. I'm gonna go Texans. I just gotta go Texans. Even though they lost last week against Green Bay, I still gotta go Texans. I don't know what happened in that game, but I have C.J. Stroud on my fantasy team, and he got like 4 points the whole game. And I was like looking at the stats throughout the game, and he had like 25 yards at one point in like the third quarter. I'm like, what the hell? Did he get hurt? And then I look and he's not hurt. So I'm like confused. I'm like, what the hell is he doing? How does a starting quarterback, unless I'm wrong and he was hurt, but I'm pretty sure he wasn't because, yeah, I'm pretty sure he wasn't hurt. So I don't know what the hell he was doing. How a starting quarterback has 25 yards through 3 quarters. How does that even happen? I don't know. But next we got the Saints at the Chargers. The Chargers are favored by 7. I think that Derek Carr is still out. I don't know. I'm not sure. I know Alvin Kamara has a broken hand, I believe I saw. So, man, it's hard to pick the Chargers, though, man. They are so disappointing. It's crazy. I don't know how they are so bad. I know they lost Keenan Allen, but still, like, I don't know. But I'm gonna have to go Chargers just because I think that Derek Carr is still out, and without Kamara, they're not gonna do anything. That's their only person that they have right now is Kamara, and if he's not playing, then they're screwed. So I'm gonna have to go Chargers, even though I don't want to, because every time I feel like I bet on them, they shit the bed. So, but we'll see. Next, we got Buffalo at Seattle. Buffalo is favored by 3. I'm gonna agree. I'm gonna go Buffalo to beat Seattle. Even though this game could go either way, Seattle's really good. It is in Seattle, so that could change things. But I can't bet against Buffalo. Buffalo is my new AFC team to make the Super Bowl over the Ravens. Actually, nah, I'm going to stick with the Ravens. It's between Buffalo and the Ravens for me. Keep going back and forth on that one. I'm going to go Buffalo to beat Seattle. Next, we got Carolina at Denver. I'm not going to pick ever Carolina to win. Bryce Young is starting. Actually, yeah, I'm not going to. Never mind. I'm not going to pick. I can't pick Carolina. Denver is favored by 10, so that tells you everything you need to know. They could shock people. Bryce Young could come out and play the best game we've ever seen him play. But I don't think so. I'm gonna go Denver to beat Carolina. Next, we got the Chiefs at the Raiders. I'm gonna go Chiefs. This one's easy. They're favored by 10 points. The Raiders have a quarterback controversy where they don't have a good quarterback. So I'm going to go, and they just lost Devontae Adams to the Jets. So yeah, I'm going to go Kansas City. Next, we got Chicago at Washington, the game that knocked the Eagles game out of the 425 slot. Rookie versus rookie. Caleb Williams versus Jaden Daniels, if Jaden Daniels plays. That is the question. Will Jaden Daniels play? And let me look up real quick because he's actually on my fantasy team. So let me look up if there's an update for him. Give me a second. Daniels Ribs is not present for the early portion of Thursday's practice open to the media. Daniels is missing his second consecutive due to ribs injury sustained week 7. Has not made a decision on whether Daniels will suit up for Sunday's upcoming matchup against the Bears. Damn. So if he that's kind of sucks because I have to pick this game not knowing if he's gonna play. Chicago is favored by 3, which means the betting people do not think he's gonna play. Because if they thought that Jaden Daniels was gonna play, they would definitely have Washington favored. Damn. See, this one's hard. Like, I am gonna assume that Jaden Daniels is not gonna play. So I am going to go Chicago to win against Washington. And if Jaden Daniels plays, then Washington will probably win. But for this bet, or for this predictions, I'm going to go Chicago, assuming that Jaden Daniels is not going to play. Next, for Sunday Night Football, we have Dallas at San Francisco. San Francisco is favored by 4 points. Dallas has started off the season very, very bad, and so has San Francisco. Both these teams need a win desperately. This one is very hard because San Francisco has so many injuries. Like, so many injuries. It's insane. Like, Dallas should win this game based off of how many injuries San Francisco has. They just lost Brandon Ayuk for the season. Deebo Samuel might not play because he's sick. He has pneumonia. CMC still not back. Like, I feel bad for the 49ers, man. And therefore, due to all the injuries on San Francisco, even with them favored at home, I have to go Dallas. It pains me to my core to pick Dallas over San Francisco, but I have to do it due to injuries on San Francisco. Am I hoping that I'm wrong? Of course I am. I am hoping I am dead wrong on this game. I'm hoping that, and it's also at San Francisco. And we know that Dallas, if this was in Dallas, I would probably pick San Francisco because Dallas for some reason cannot win at home. But I have to go Dallas. Like I said, hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully the San Francisco 49ers destroy Dallas, but I don't think so. Without any of their players, their key players, I don't think so. If Dallas loses this game against San Francisco's third strings, I am going to laugh my god dang ass off. I am very shocked that San Francisco is favored. I am not gonna lie. I'm gonna laugh my absolute ass off if Dallas somehow loses this game to San Francisco's backups. I know their defense is healthy. At least I think they are. But still, I gotta go Dallas. And to finish the week off with Monday Night Football, we have the Giants at Pittsburgh. This one's easy for me. Pittsburgh will absolutely wipe the floor with the Giants, and I'm gonna laugh watching this game. So yeah, that is my picks for the week 8. Hopefully I have a good record this week. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like and subscribe the video. I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers. Please help me get there. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Hopefully we have a good record. Bye.